And what was your name?
Lisette.
Lisette. Okay.
Yes. What's your date of birth?
It's the same that's on there.
Okay. Can you tell me your date of birth?
Why do I need to do that? What's your date of birth? Are you the one working on this?
Well, I charged it.
Okay.
It's no longer my case. It will go to a trial process.
Did you actually read the paperwork and find out that he rides the bus on a daily basis? In fact, he rode yesterday, and I'm not going to stop having him ride the bus. I called the bus station, and it's 8 years old that they can ride the bus. And obviously, you guys must be really, really swamped with a lot of work, because for me to get a charge on my almost 13-year-old, which will be in January 13, taking the bus because he's acting out in my car, making him get off and take the bus, and saying that is a contributing to a delinquency of a minor is basically absolutely crazy. So I'm wondering if you actually read this.
Yeah, I did read it, and the officer submitted it to our office requesting that we charge you with one count of contributing to delinquency, and I agreed. And so I charged it.
Okay, so you're telling me that parents are not allowed to discipline their kids and make them take the bus, because that would be contributing to a delinquency of a minor. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying based on what I reviewed, based on what your son told the officers, that you left him on the side of the road, and the officer Google mapped it and said it was about 13 miles from where you left him on the side of the road, and the nearest bus stop was 3 miles away.
First of all, he walks all the time. He walks from our house to the bus stop, which is about a mile.
Well, 3 miles if you're walking, normal is about an hour away, so you had to walk approximately an hour to get to the nearest.
Yeah, and that's a good punishment, wouldn't you say? A whole hour for a kid to walk at almost 13.
You can argue that, ma'am, with the judge. You have a right to take
Obviously,
trial,
you don't care.
Obviously, if you're in fact guilty of it or not.
I wonder why, well, it'll get dismissed, whether you dismiss it or not, because it's a ludicrous charge, and the state they've never been to his birthday parties, they've never been to any of his functions, they don't give a flying crap about my son. It's all about revenue. I know the game, and he is going to continue to take the bus. I'm not going to spend our hard-earned money to defend a case because I let my son, who was acting up, ride the bus. No way. And
it's not that he's riding the bus, it's just the circumstances. But at this point, I'm not changing my opinion, and I'm not going to...
That's okay. Do you have children? Do you have kids?
Well, that's irrelevant.
No, it is relevant, because you're saying that a parent doesn't have the right to discipline their child. That's what they're saying. They're saying that I do not have a right, when my kid is screaming and yelling and cussing in my car, to say, get out of the car, and I'll get a switch, which I didn't even have an opportunity because he ran off. And you're saying that is against the law to do that. So you're interfering with parental rights to discipline their kids. And he's the youngest kid that I have. And I will not ever change. So, this is how I discipline my kid. If they're cussing in my car and acting up in my car, I thought if I know that they can get home and they know their way home, they get to get out of the car and they get to walk. And I'm not going to change that. I will never, never change, because I'm afraid of the state getting involved in my life and trying to extort money out of me.
Okay.
How old are you?
It's irrelevant, ma'am. I don't need to share my information with you.
You seem to be very, very young. And you probably don't have kids, and you guys are overstepping your bounds, because I will not stop ever, ever, ever disciplining my kids when they're being disrespectful and in my car. So if that's the case and we're not supposed to do that, then you guys need to do something further, because this isn't going to stop. And if somebody is cussing at me in the car and acting up in the car, they get disciplined. And I will never, ever cower down to that, because I'm afraid of what the state might do, because I've disciplined my child.
Okay. Well, I will definitely make a note of it, ma'am, and when it goes to court, you have a right to ask for it that it be sent to trial, and then the judge will make a finding.
Oh, I know what kind of finding he'll make. because there's no law against disciplining. And if I want to spank my child, which I didn't even have the opportunity to do, but if I want to do that, that's my prerogative. I get to do that. And there's no law that says you cannot make your child walk. If he knows how to get home and there's a bus stop, and it wasn't 3 miles either. The bus stop wasn't 3 miles away. Make a note, there will be no plea bargain on this. I'm not going to cower down because I'm intimidated, and this is a huge waste of everybody's time, and I hope you're getting paid a lot of money for this.
I will make a note of the fact that you don't want a plea agreement now.
And I don't appreciate being inconvenienced by your office because you guys do not know how to do paperwork, and you guys don't believe that kids should be punished. So, and I do not appreciate the waste of time that I am in. I will discipline my kids the way I see fit. Goodbye.